Douglas Isles, one of Platinum's investment specialists, provides a June quarterly overview for the Platinum Asia Fund. Douglas, can we start with an overview of Asian markets, in particular the impact that the Brexit vote had on those markets in the final days of June?
Yeah, Justin, I think we had some nervousness in China probably early June, and I think Brexit was more of an issue for the rest of the world than it was particularly for Asia. I mean, Asian markets sold off, I guess, in sympathy with the surprise, but we were down a lot less in Asia than we were in the rest of the world, and I think that really reflects the fact that uncertainty in the relationship between the UK and the rest of Europe really isn't that important to the development story that we see in China, India, Southeast Asia, etc. So yeah, markets were, I think in aggregate, pretty flat over the quarter from an Asian perspective.
Since the Indian election a little over 2 years ago, Platinum has written several times on the positive reforms taking place there. Can you provide an update on how the economic recovery is progressing?
Yeah, Justin, look, India is a really exciting country. It's a sort of scarce thing in the world today, a country that's growing rapidly. Lots of indicators pointing in the right direction, whether it's electricity generation, whether it's oil consumption, buying commercial vehicles. We've had the benefit of higher agricultural prices. So things are definitely looking good in that respect. We've got inflation under control. We've got interest rates coming down. I think the Reserve Bank of India, the governor's done a fantastic job there. So, and you couple with that things like social benefits of a national ID card system, and India really is a story that excites us. And predominantly we're capturing that through infrastructure and infrastructure-related companies, and we think we'll do very well from here.
Looking ahead, what are the main opportunities for growth in the Asia region when compared with the developed world?
I think primarily the key difference is the rate of growth, and we'll see that predominantly coming through consumption, because particularly in China we had a major investment boom in recent years. So really, if you want to think about the key drivers of the Asian Fund and of Asia generally, it's going to be that story of growth. It's going to be a story of consumption. Joe Lai, the portfolio manager, is very excited. I'm talking to him today. He's talking to me all about inflection in both India and China, and that would be very, very good for the region's share prices. Here we have a portfolio today, the Asia Fund, where the median stock's on a PE of about 13 times earnings. If you look in this local market here in Australia, investors are desperate to get hold of any exposure they can to the Chinese consumer, and they're paying very high prices just to capture some of that. So here we can buy a balanced portfolio exposed to growth opportunities throughout the region on very reasonable valuations, and that's generally an exciting starting point.
Thank you, Douglas. For the full written report from the fund's portfolio manager, Joseph Lai, please visit our website.